So on New Year's Eve I went with my friends Oscar and Loz to the Hoi An Memories Show, which was just sensational. So there's this entire island, and it's not a small island, which is like a resort and a theme park, and that is extraordinary. It's like a mini Disneyland, except they have like a Chinese village and a Japan street, and they have shops, which is kind of like surreal and trippy. And they have a moon hill, which is a hill with the moon on top, not the real moon, and a light tree, and a Japanese pagoda, and lots of like crazy stuff. Anyway, they have this welcome performance at the main entrance, which is this big huge gate. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then they have a series of these little mini shows dotted around the park, including an adults-only Japanese burlesque show. There's a show called Fine Feathers Make Fine Friends at the Centre Square. Happy Forest in Chinese Town. I think it's about a forest that is happy. Sakura, what is Sakura?
Cherry blossom, Japanese.
Cherry blossom. We've got water worship in the Vietnamese village for those who want to worship water. General selection in the Centre Square. A lotus performance at the Lotus Pond. The story of Moon and Wind at Moon Hill. The fairies at Chinatown. Ngok Hoa Princess in Japanese Town. And then we've got at 20 o'clock the Memories Show with a cast of 500. The main show was just amazing. A cast of 500, literally. And they had explosions, they had a giant elephant, not a real elephant, and a ship, and lasers and lights, and the simulated storm at sea, and this like guy flying through the air, and there were women on bicycles were all lit up, and a Hoi An street, and the second story kind of rose up magically, and a river in the middle of the stage with like boats rowing up and down. It was like, oh, whoa, like where do I look? It was like 10 out of 10. So if you are ever in Hoi An, you have to go to the Hoi An Memories Show. Yep, well worth it, 100%. This is great. I think this is
later on tonight.
I think this is the highlight of my life. I think everything in my life was leading up to this point. How are you feeling, Oscar?
I think this might be the best thing I've ever done.
Oscar just told me that he wants to leave all his money when he dies to Hoi An Memories Land.
Good idea. I want to be buried here. Like,
we was a great boss.